Good morning, students. Yesterday we saw the chapter 1 in history, how, when, and where. So we finished off the lesson. Today we will see a small recap of this lesson and we will move on to the textual exercises. Okay? Okay. So yesterday we saw why to study history, what is history, why for we are studying history, and what are the important things in it. How dates are so important. In the past history, dates are considered very important than everything, but nowadays we are moving forward and we have started to study how it happened, when it happened, and where it happened. So, James Mill, he's a philosopher, a Scottish economist, and he wrote a book called A History of British India. And according to him, he divided Indian history into three main periods. You know already that it is Hindu, Muslim, and British period. And he considered as British rule as a best one, because during the time of Hindu period and the Muslim period, the people were illiterate, uncivilized, violent, and dark. After the British rule came into existence, British they took many steps to change Indian people, but this idea of James Mill was not accepted by the Indian people and many scholars also. Why? Because Indian have to pay more taxes. India have to listen each and everything what are the British people are insisting to them. They have to pay a large amount of taxes and everything. And finally, after the James periodization of Indian history during the British rule, after this, modern periodization came into existence, which consists of three main periods. The first period is ancient period, medieval period, and the modern period, and the final one is contemporary period. So, what is called periodization? The act or the process which are dividing into main periods, into different periods in history is called periodization. Okay, and under that we have seen many headings. Regional kingdoms, exploitation, subjugation. Exploitation means Indian people they were asked to pay many taxes. They were asked to do whatever the British people are saying, and so on. And under the British rule, after getting independence, uh, also they followed the same modern periodization, but many scholars they don't accept this modern periodization because it is borrowed from the western part of the world. But till now we are following the modern periodization, which is very useful and important. The next heading we have seen about studying of Indian history according to the periodization. There we have seen uh, the records. What are the records? The surveys and the records of the European countries they were having under the British rule. So during the British rule, people were asked to keep records. The historians were asked to keep records of each and every events and happenings in the country. So the British people they have a habit of recording each and every moment what are the things happening in the Indian history. So they had official records that the place is called museums and archives. We have told already, and the rooms allotted for that separately, and that is called archives. It is in the New Delhi, um, and under that you can see the biographies and the autobiographies of main leaders of India, even though today we can see all that things. And the next heading you can see diaries and records of all the pilgrims and the philosophers of India. Okay, now we will move on. to the textual exercises. Here you have the choose a correct answer options. Please read the question properly and try to answer it properly. Okay. Some of them may not have books, so you can use this. Please try to answer it correctly. The earliest attempt to periodize India history was made by whom? Obviously, the answer will be James Mill. Like that, you read each and every question and answer it. Okay, you try to take a note of this in a rough note, in a separate note. Okay, the second heading will be true or false and the fill in the blanks. Please try to answer each and everything. Read the question properly and answer it correctly. Fill in the blanks you have. It is visible only. The next heading is answer the following questions. Here you have 5 questions. The answer for the objective questions also have given separately. The answers for this question and answer also I have given separately. Please take a note of it. Okay. Uh, Keep a separate note for the fair one, rough note for making notes while taking the lessons, and take a separate note for writing the fair note also. Okay, write neatly. So home assignments, find the answers for the objective questions and write the fourth heading, answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences neatly in a notebook, that is fair notebook. Okay, thank you.